I thought I'd formally announce Musou May. There's really not going to be much planning, really. uh, I did get a lot of new hard drive space. I have a lot of external SSDs, so storage is no longer an issue. Uh, that was definitely one thing that kind of held me back in previous years of doing this because I just didn't have the space. As we all know, Musou games are pretty big. I've got enough space now. I've got 2 terabytes of NVMe space, and a lot of that is just filled up with stuff I was just testing to see if there was a noticeable difference in load times. Some of those games definitely do have a noticeable difference. The most noticeable thing so far is Steam actually preparing to put the data on the hard drive. It's like instant now compared to before. You definitely do seem to experience some diminishing returns with NVMe load times versus SSD, but my SSDs have been put through hell and back. Obviously, recording on them every day and re-downloading games and stuff, it starts to add up after a time. So I'm glad that that was done. I could easily back up everything off my current SATA SSDs and back those up on my externals, and then probably get some new SSDs later down the line. Oops. So here's what I've got. I'll probably play a number of these games. Dynasty Warriors 8, I may or may not play. I think my save got deleted. I'm sure not doing all that grinding again. Part Warriors 4, I'll do. Spirit of Sadada, if I wanted to get a little bit farther in that. Maybe try to finish that before 5 comes out, if I have time. Obviously, next month is it's a bloodbath. We've got a couple games coming out, actually. There's Samurai Warriors 5, obviously. There's the Ninja Gaiden Master Collection, which I submitted a key request for earlier today. There was a couple other things as well I can't really remember, but I'm going to be super busy in June, so I don't know if I'll have time to do this. I might just try out some of the movesets and just move on. I didn't really like Samurai Warriors 4 that much for reasons I've mentioned countless times. Dynasty Warriors 9, I already have that installed, so we'll play that for a little bit. I'll play some Fate Extella Link. Uh, I never really revisited this game after I beat it. I didn't really like it that much, but I feel like people would like to know my opinions on it, so I'll go ahead and reinstall this. Pirate Warriors 3, I probably won't bother with because I didn't break it. I didn't get as hardcore into that game as Swillow did. Um, Both Swillow and Grow, the other big Musou YouTubers, they're doing Musou May, so I feel like if I don't provide something that you wanted to see, if I don't have access to the game, or I just don't want to play it, or a variety of reasons, both of those two should probably cover it. Like, Swillow is playing Pirate Warriors 3 right now, Grow is playing a lot of old school Musou games. I might try to get my hands on some of those too, now that hard drive space is no longer an issue. Um, I'll look into that, but I was really only planning on a week because there's a bunch of Musou games on here I don't really like. Like I didn't like Berserk much. Warriors All Stars was kind of boring. Uh, just didn't really have any interesting mechanics to really keep me engaged. Dragon Quest Heroes I did like, but everything was an HP sponge in that game. I actually got really bad cramps from playing that game because of the excessive amount of mashing. Everybody says that Musou games are just non-stop mashing, and, and in that game it definitely was true. You had to mash a lot because the enemies had like way too much health. Uh, if my save's still intact for this, I might load this up again. Besides that, there's the 2 Basara games, so I'll probably do Yukimura Den and Basara 4. I haven't really wanted to play those games much on the channel because it's just kind of depressing to play them at this point. As we all know, there's nothing going on game-wise with Basara at all right now. Battle Party, the mobile game with like no gameplay, that got shut down last year, right around the time of the anniversary, which is just makes it even more depressing. We don't know why it was shut down. Apparently, it was making a good amount of money. And one of the things that people don't understand about Basara, as foreigners or gaijins, is that there's a lot of people who like the Basara characters. They like the story, but the gameplay was not their cup of tea because that's like the most hardcore Musou game out there in terms of gameplay and stuff. It's still pretty easy to get into. It's a very easy game series to break, especially 3 and 4. It's very easy to break those games and kind of just circumvent all the game mechanics if you want, but a lot of people they like the supplemental material. They like the stage plays, they like the animes and the manga and whatever else they have. Um, that's why that game did relatively well, but it still got shut down for some reason. So there hasn't really been anything going on with that series, but I think we're overdue for a little bit more Basara love on this channel. So I'll look into that. Apparently, people are actually translating Sumeragi. That's probably the next time I really play that game a lot, but I think for the purpose of Musou May, I would like to feature that. I plan on doing about a week. I might do a little bit extra. I do have a couple games that are still stuck on PS4. I also have, where is it? I should put these games in Musou, but they're kind of like character action games and Musou. I do have both the Onichan Bar games on Steam, so I'll probably fit those in. I haven't decided what the exact lineup is going to be. This year, it's less about not having the hard drive space to load like multiple 50 gig games. It's more about like what games do I actually want to play. I don't just want to rag on a game because it's supposed to be like celebrating the Musou genre, and the Musou genre has been my wheelhouse for a very long time. I'd say in the past like 5 6 years of running this channel, I definitely have. I wouldn't say I've distanced myself from Musou, but I play a lot of other stuff now. A lot of other games that have cool melee combat or old school styled gameplay, things like that that I enjoy playing, and I've gotten pretty good traction and views off a lot of those. But Musou wise, there just hasn't really been much going on, and I've played a lot of these games to death. So I think it's fun to do Musou May just because people can get the Musou content that they want, and then we're all waiting for Samurai Warriors 5 as well. So that kind of it covers all the bases for everybody. So I'll probably do Z2 Chaos and Origin as well. Right now the lineup's looking like it's going to be Warriors Orochi 4. I might do Senran Kagura. I'll do Fate Extel the Link, Dynasty Warriors 9, Part Warriors 4. I might do a little bit of Spirit of Sanada just because Samurai Warriors 5 is on the way, and then the two Basara games. And if I feel like doing a couple extra days, then we'll squeeze that in. I'm going to commit to a week because I have enough games to cover a week with one game a day. But past that point, we'll have to see how I feel. In terms of this year, I would like to raise some funds for the Poco X3 Pro. I've noticed that the phone that I have has very bad heat throttling, meaning that the CPU and GPU slow down a lot after I play a game for more than 20 minutes. Lately, it hasn't been that much of an issue. If I just play like an emulated game or something. You know how I play my Boomer Millennial games on my kitty sitting streams. If I play those for a bit and then go back to the native phone game, then things are fine. But for the purpose of content creation, I've got a lot of things coming up on mobile that I'm interested in. Pinnacle of Combat is next month. That's going to be hitting its open beta sometime next month. They haven't announced a release date yet. I've been playing a lot of Punishing Gray Raven. I've had to play free to play because Billy does not support PayPal at the moment. They said that they will in the future, which is great because that means that Pinnacle of Combat I'll be able to play using the Cash App. Those are the two games I really wanted to get into. I think a lot of people are going to be interested in Punishing Gray Raven content and then Pinnacle of Combat as well. But right now, I'm greatly limited by the fact that my phone throttles pretty hard if I play for more than 20 minutes. That's like barely enough for a video, depending on what the context of the video is and the content of it and everything. So that's the plan. I would like to raise some funds for that. They're on eBay for relatively cheap. So ideally, I would like to get one of those and then probably be set on mobile content for a while. I don't know how well it records. It does not have HDMI out, which sucks, but there's not really anything I can do about that. We're just going to have to swing with it. One of the nice things about the phone is that it does have micro SD support, so I can put like literally every game I grew up with on there and then have enough for the native games as well, and personal stuff like my music and things like that. I think that would be a great deal for everybody. In the event that I'm not able to get the phone, it will probably just go towards a bunch of other games. The next few months are going to be pretty crazy. Right now, everything is pretty barren at the moment, but later on there's going to be a bunch of games next month, and then throughout the summer there's going to be a bunch of other games too. So tune in to Musou May on Friday. I'm going to be doing it on Friday because everybody and their cat is going to be streaming Resident Evil 8, and I don't really care about Resident Evil at all. I don't like horror games. I just feel like they've made too many of those games at this point. Uh, I know if I try to relax on Friday, there's going to be nothing on but that game. So I thought I'd give people a little break. If all the other people that you follow are going to be playing that game and you're not interested in it, I'll be doing Musou May. Also, my friends Grow and Swillow are going to be doing Musou May as well. So between all three of us and anybody else you may be watching, those are the three people I know that are doing it. You should get pretty much whatever you want covered. Thanks for watching. If people want to help me, my links are in the description. I'll also be doing a giveaway as well, but I don't have concrete plans on that yet. I need to make a list of all the stuff I have. I mostly subscribe to Humble Choice for giveaways to have a bunch of stuff to hand out to people, so I need to get a list prepared for that. I'll try to get it done by Friday, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching, and if you want to help me, my link's in the description. Peace.